Hi, welcome to Local Flavor. I'm Deborah Anderson and we're here in Moreland at Aunt Faye's Community Kitchen. And today we're going to be making some smothered pork chops in the Instant Pot. And the reason I looked for this recipe was because we had some pork that we got that we didn't really, we got a whole quarter of a pork or a half of a pork. And it was not the kind of flavor that we were expecting to have. It had a little strange flavor. So we were trying to find things that would provide a lot of flavor to tender it up and kind of hide the funkiness of it without, I'm not going to throw it away. So that's where we found this recipe, but I love it so much. We make it with no matter what the pork is. So the recipe calls for 5 pork chops, and I had 5, but they don't really fit in my pan as well. So I'm just going to do 4. They're a little bit bigger, I think. And I have some olive oil, actually sunflower oil, and I have got that heating up on saute in my Instant Pot. But the guy at Wright Farms said that you can use sunflower oil just like olive oil. So it has around the same smoke point, so you should not deep fat fry with it. Anyway, I need to season up my pork chops, and I'm just going to use a little garlic powder and salt and pepper. And I brought my pepper mill, but I wanted to tell you I have new salt. I can't wait to show you. I'm always finding some new salt. But this one, I think it was on some ad on the internet. And it came from Mexico, and we like to cruise to Mexico, so I wanted to get it. It's from Ava Jane Sea Salt, and it's still got a little bit of moisture in it. It doesn't actually come from the sea. And it has more of a texture like the Maldon salt flakes. But I swore when I got it and tasted it that it tasted a little like Mexico. So that made it exciting for me. Or the other things I got with it did for sure. But this is the kind you would keep in a salt cellar and crumble on top of something. So that's what I'm going to do. Now I can do it. I'm going to just flavor up both sides a little bit. Use the other hand now. Garlic powder, just enough that you want to put on. Pepper and salt. My fun Mexican salt. Just regular salt's fine too, but I just love getting fun. This one I put in some chocolate chip cookies, and oh my goodness, because it's a bigger grain, it really gave some punch, kind of like those New York cookies that you can get at Destination Kitchen, which if you haven't, you should. So there we have it. And I hope this is nice and hot. I'm gonna cook them about 2 or 3 minutes on each side just to sear them. Sounds like it got pretty hot. Now, I'm working with boneless today, but this recipe is good for bone-in also. And we have done both. My dog prefers it if we do the bone-in. She loves bones. She can eat them really fast. No chicken bones, of course. Now, after this gets turned over and when we're done, I'm going to take them out just for a second to deglaze the bottom of the pan. And then we'll start pouring on mostly easy stuff. So let's take a short break while these fry, and we'll come back to do the deglazing.
Trust Rogers & Associates Insurance to keep your peace of mind through all the seasons in life. Whether you're cozy at home memory making with your family, on an outdoor adventure with the top down, floating on a boat, or in the middle of harvest, we can customize an insurance plan that's perfect for you. For all the seasons, we've got you covered. Call us or visit us online to learn more today. Storage Solutions is now offering premier portable buildings built locally in Greensburg and made to withstand the Kansas weather. These unique buildings can be more than just a storage shed and are as large as 16 by 40 feet. Their 30-year warranty offers flooring and walls that won't rot, splinter, or crack and are finished with a urethane paint. Multiple purchasing options are available. Visit Storage Solutions of Hayes to view models or go online to customize your building today.
The team at Homestead Assisted Living is a proud supporter of the Hayes community. Located just west of the Sternberg Natural History Museum, Homestead is a warm and welcoming community where residents receive compassionate care from licensed professionals. If you're curious about senior living options for yourself or a loved one, make Homestead your first call. Our kind and courteous staff would love to show you around and answer any questions you may have. Call us today to schedule a tour of Homestead or visit us online at homesteadofhayes.com.
Welcome back to Local Flavor. Our pork chops have been seared and I've got them out. They seared pretty good. Usually I get a little anxious and I did better than usual. So I'm gonna deglaze the pan because we don't want all that good stuff stuck on the bottom. So I'm just gonna pour in a little bit of the beef broth I bought. Normally I use my little bouillon cube kind of things or the powders, but this particular recipe has quite a bit of sodium in it, so I actually wanted to get a can of beef broth, and I even picked low sodium, which is, not typical for me, but this has got a lot of flavor, so meaning a lot of salt. So where I didn't need to put salt, I didn't. So once I get this all deglazed, I just want to get all the good stuff out of the bottom of the pan, so it's not burning on the bottom. And then I'm gonna put my pork chops back in. And then it's just a matter of dumping some awesome stuff in, like a packet of ranch dressing mix. There are some ingredients that when you see them in a recipe, it's gonna be good. Like ranch dressing mix, cream cheese is another one. So, once I get these all in, I'm gonna set these on manual, on high, for 8 minutes. So it'll take it some time to get up to pressure. I'm gonna put the rest of this broth, and then I'm gonna let the pressure release naturally, at least 10 minutes. I'll probably let it go the whole time until I can get the lid off. This is a can of cream of chicken soup, and I did get the heart healthy one because it's lower sodium, but that's not my typical choice. You can also, I almost thought about making our own cream of chicken soup. The only thing is that I only need a little bit of it, 1 can, and it makes so much. I didn't know what I'd do with the rest of it, but it's so easy to make. Just milk and like chicken broth and some seasonings, a little bit of flour. So I love that with the Instant Pot, you don't really have to even stir everything in. Oh, did I get this open enough? I'm putting in a packet of brown gravy. Now the gravy actually comes out kind of a light tan. Oh, it's so good. So good. So while this is cooking, we'll make some mashed potatoes to serve with it because you don't want to throw out the gravy. So I don't need to stir it, but I just wanted to mix it around a little. Okay, so if you have your Instant Pot, we gotta set the seal. Did you know there's so many different models of these? And I don't even know which model I have. I just know sometimes when I'm reading recipes for them, I'm like, mine doesn't have that. So I must not have the same model. There we go. And then I want to set this on sealing, make sure of that. Now I'm going to put it on manual for 8 minutes. I don't know why it started so high. Sounds like not much time, but it will take it a while to get to pressure. That's how long it will cook at pressure. And then it will just make sure I'm done pressing buttons and it will start to get to pressure. Then it'll probably be at least 40 minutes before we come back because I'm gonna let it release naturally. But it will seem instant to you. So when we come back, we'll have some mashed potatoes and we'll finish off the gravy that's in here.
We've all heard what they say about us. Flyover state, middle of nowhere, a bunch of country folk. Go ahead and fly on over. There's nothing going on. Nowhere to be. And yeah, we've got a lot of hard-working, entrepreneurial, best neighbor you could ask for farm families. We're proud of Kansas, and that's why we built our entire network for it. Nextech Wireless, keeping Kansans connected. Try us for 30 days, risk-free.
What a girl wants in her home kitchen. Ease of use, flexibility, fun, the latest kitchen design, Frigidaire Professional Real Stainless Steel for fewer finger smudges, a French door refrigerator, convection cooking, and quiet dishwasher. Have the staff at Genuine Appliance in Hayes demonstrate new Frigidaire Gallery appliances to find what you want. Genuine Appliance at 1224 East 27th Street in Hayes. Everything a girl wants.
Hi, welcome back to Local Flavor. We've let the pressure release all the way, so they should be nice and soft. I love the little noises it makes. Let me set this aside. I'm gonna take all the meats out. And then we're gonna thicken up what's left inside to make our gravy. So I need to put this on saute so it'll be nice and hot when we're making our gravy. I'm gonna start with 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and a couple tablespoons of water. And sometimes I put a little bit more in just to thicken it up a little more. But that's where we'll start. So a couple tablespoons cornstarch. And a couple tablespoons of water. You always want to put cornstarch in cold water, otherwise it really lumps. And I use a whisk. We're bottle feeding tiny baby kittens right now, and I whisk their milk. So this is making me think of them. I think when they hear the whisk going, they come running. So I'm just going to dump that. You probably can't see much of this, but I'll whisk it around and let the heat thicken it up. See, that's still pretty thin, but I'm going to give it just a second. Are you on saute? Yeah, I'm gonna put just a little bit more in. So you don't have to wait for it to boil down. Let's do another couple tablespoons of water. These kittens that we got are actually from Moreland. I live in Lenora. But the kittens came from here. I thought about bringing them and seeing if they'd recognize it, but it's so hot out. I thought they probably shouldn't come in a commercial kitchen. So Better not. Okay. We'll keep that hot. And I made some mashed potatoes just to have for trying. And I want this big spoon. Look how good our pork chops look. Yeah, they're very tender. And let me spread this out because the gravy is awesome. Look at the color of that gravy. And it will thicken up a little as it gets hotter in there. But I didn't want you to have to wait. Look at that nice smooth gravy. And what's it made out of? Do you remember? Bouillon, beef bouillon, ranch dressing, brown gravy, cream of mushroom soup. Easy peasy. So let's give her a little taste, see if it's as good as I had it last time. It just has so much flavor. And I'm not missing the sodium in those things at all. There's plenty of sodium. Let's look. So tender. It's, oh my goodness. So much better with good pork chops. This is amazing. Very, very good. Oh, I hope you found it as easy as I did. I mean, you have to have an Instant Pot, but almost everything was just a can or an envelope. So give it a try. It is delicious. And I will see you next time on Local Flavor.